there's something about the drum that just people feel on the inside. I know we feel it, of course, when we're playing, when we're dancing. In African cultures, there are some drums that are traditionally played by men. There are some drums that are played by men and women. And initially, the djembe drum was a drum that was played by male priests. When we first started drumming, there was a lot of concern because there had been other women playing djembe, but they were few and far between. One of our founders is from Nigeria, and when she told her grandmother that she was joining a company of women who were playing the drum, her grandmother said we should call our company Giwayen because women who lead women's organizations are called the Giwayen. Giwayen means elephant women, and we coined the phrase to be elephant leaders of women. And elephants being nurturing and powerful and matriarchal. We thought that that was appropriate for what we do as drummers. You know, elephants have that roar. It's not a roar, what do you call it? Trumpet? Anyway, the sound that they make. And then they move, when they move through an environment, you know that the elephants have come.
The trail of the elephant is easy to follow, for they trample down everything in their way.
We play traditional West African rhythms, and most of the drums that we play are in the djembe orchestra, which includes a djembe drum, which is a hand drum. We also play the sangban, nunumba, and kinkini, which are bass drums that are played with sticks. The rhythms primarily are from Guinea, West Africa, but we also do dances from Senegal, Mali. We have a couple of dances from South Africa. And we also do contemporary dances that are sometimes inspired by traditional African dances, but also are based on modern technique and jazz technique, a little bit of ballet. One of our dancers who does a lot of the modern choreography is creating and coining her own dance style.
The Giwayen style, we call it the Giwa way. We do have a special way of doing everything that we do. Melika was drumming for one of my modern dance classes, and I was really impressed with her as a sister drummer. And that's when I really dove in head first into the African aesthetic, the African movement, African songs, African rhythms. And I've just been hooked ever since. Our classes are geared toward getting people fit through movement. African-based movement is polyrhythmic, so different parts of your body are doing different things at the same time. You come to our class, you're gonna get a workout.
If a person is trained in Euroclassical dance, it can be difficult for them to be comfortable letting their butt stick out because your classical dance is a different kind of centering. Where in more ethnic dances, the knees are bent, the movements are more animal-like, and the posture is more relaxed. It's a forward tilt often. Those are the places where people are sometimes challenged.
One thing we have to learn with our style, not just our style, but with African movement in general, is that it's very much guided by the rhythm. The drum leads everything. We do base all of our things on traditional rhythms and songs. But the other thing is that we really indulge in our creativity. So even though our audiences might think that they are coming to a show to see dancing and drumming, you might not see any people, you might just see hands.
As a returning daughter to our village, celebrating the manifestations of dreams come true.
In addition to being performers, we are also educators about African culture, and African culture is participatory. And so we want them to know that, yes, while this is something that you may not have experienced before, this is something that you may not have seen in the past, it's something that you can still participate in, whether it's nodding your head, tapping your foot, or just actively engaging in it, as opposed to sitting back and saying, okay, come on, y'all entertain us.
When we get into what we do, and we always seem to get into what we do, the audiences really pick up on that, and the vibration of that is contagious.